Hello, my name is Jessica. I am a student of English literature. This is my story. I want to tell you about my life in New York and my fantastic English teacher. Please listen to my story and learn English with me. It is a beautiful day this summer. I was traveling on the city bus to visit my friend downtown. Two women are on the bus with me. The women are sitting opposite me. They are speaking English. I don't understand much. I am studying English, but I am a beginner. I don't know many words. I start talking to the ladies. I use simple English words. They understand what I mean, and that makes me glad. I tell them I want to learn English. The ladies say they're from England, coming back from a meeting. We talk for 10 minutes. The next stop is where I get off. I bid farewell. The ladies share their address and phone number, saying I can visit them in England. We say goodbye again. After that talk, I practice my English every single day. I change words and sentences and watch movies in English. In half a year, my English gets better. It is okay, but I want to learn more. I go to New York. I want to study English there. When I am in New York, I start going to school. My first class is on Monday. I meet my teacher and other students in the class. My teacher is a young and nice lady. She is very kind and humble. We tell each other our names, and then we start the lesson. Our teacher asks us a question. She wants to find out what we know about the language. Our teacher says she has a great way to teach us English. It's a really easy way. She tells us we don't need to read boring textbooks. Instead, we should use English every day in our lives. It works well for me. I don't enjoy studying from textbooks because they make me confused. Later, we talk about important things when learning a new language. Our teacher explains that language is a tool for talking to others. We use languages to share our ideas and thoughts. So, when you're learning a new language, the best way is to use it to express your feelings and talk with people. That's what we'll be doing a lot in our class, speaking and using English. Lots of students try hard to remember new words. They also learn grammar rules. But here's the thing. Some of these students don't actually talk in English. They read and learn about the language, but they don't use it to speak. Learning new words and grammar is important, but you don't have to just study them. You should practice using them every day. In this class, I want to share a really easy and useful way to learn new words and grammar. I really like what our teacher tells us. Our class never stops. We chat about the cool stuff we love doing when we're not hitting the books. Whether it's gossiping with our awesome teacher or having a natter with a buddy, class time is my jam. I'm super happy that this way of learning totally rocks for me. Chapter 2. How I Learn Vocabulary. I go to school again on Tuesday. During class, a friend asks a question that catches my attention. She wants to know the best way to learn new words. Our teacher shares that there are lots of things you can do to learn new words, but she mentions the most effective way according to statistics is reading. When you read, you pick up new words in your language. People who read learn twice as fast as those who don't. It's a good idea to read for at least 30 minutes every day. Now, I want to give you some tips on how to make the most out of your reading. First, make sure the book or text you choose is interesting to you. It should be a story you like or something related to your interests. Don't read something boring. It won't help you as much. When you don't know many words, it can be frustrating. You always want to enjoy what you do while using the language. It's helpful to choose a text that's interesting and matches your level. When you read and find a word you don't know, use a dictionary. Look up the word to understand its meaning better. This helps you understand the text, and your knowledge of it increases. You don't need to write the word down. It stays in your memory. You'll remember its meaning whenever you see it again. Whenever you come across a new word, repeat the same process. Reading has another good side. It shows you how words connect in a sentence. You learn how to link words correctly. This method of learning new words works well. Give it a try, and you'll notice how quickly you can pick up new words. Chapter 3. Pronunciation and Thinking Aloud. Then we continue with the lesson. We speak about the situation in England and about the best jobs for students. This is good for me because I want to get a job. I want to do something in my spare time after school. I ask other students if they know where I can find a job. They tell me that I should go to a job center. The job center offers a lot of jobs, especially for students. This is good for me. I am happy that I know where I can find a job. After school, I go to the job center because I want to find a job. I'm not sure what kind of job I can do, so I ask the lady at the job center, "What's a good job for a student like me?" The lady says they have good jobs for students, like being a cleaner or a waitress in a cafe. I tell her I don't have experience with those jobs. She says my English is good enough for the cafe job, and it isn't hard to learn. Plus, I can talk in English more as a waitress than as a cleaner. She says I can start on Thursday. I feel happy because I got a job where I can practice English. To learn new words better, read for 30 minutes every day. On a day called Wednesday, I go back to school. In my class, there's a student who is quieter than everyone else. He comes from South Korea. When our teacher asks if anyone has questions, this student raises his hand. He says he has a big problem with how he says words. He knows his pronunciation isn't very good, but he doesn't know how to make it better. He doesn't talk a lot because he doesn't have anyone to listen to his not-so-good pronunciation. Even though he reads and watches English movies a lot, he wants to get better at speaking. He asks if there's something he can do to improve how he says words. When my teacher hears this, she says, "Okay, let me share something about how to say words better. I'll teach you tricks that can make everyone improve at saying words correctly." First, we need to understand why some students find it hard to say words right. When we talk, we move our mouths and use muscles in our mouth. We all do that. The thing is, when you talk in English, sometimes you use your mouth muscles like you would in your own language. This makes your pronunciation different from how native speakers say things. Many students face this. Almost everyone learning English says words a bit differently than they should. It's not a big problem because usually people get what you mean, even if your pronunciation isn't perfect. But you can make your pronunciation better with a cool technique that can really help. It's called shadowing. The trick is easy. When you do shadowing, you just copy the sound you hear. Think about how kids learn their first language. They copy their parents over and over until they say things perfectly. If you want to learn English pronunciation like that, here's what you do. Find videos or recordings that aren't too fast and that you understand well. Listen and copy what you hear. That's it.